YouTube. Today's video, I'm watching 20 questions. FaZe Blaziken answers 20 questions. So let's get right into the video. Join the Discord if you guys ever want to give me some stream ideas, video ideas, or play Fortnite, Siege, or whatever game you want me to play with you, and I probably will. But let's get right into the video.
Randomly decide to start smoking cigarettes,
Yeah,
bro.
alright, here we
Why
go
don't you go
again.
past 6 feet, bro? You can't answer either.
One of the pillars of FaZe Clan and the FaZe House, FaZe Blaziken, is back today. We're sitting down. We just finished a 2-hour podcast where we talk about him getting kicked from FaZe and how I had a piece in that. It was pretty awkward, but we worked through it. Today, we're sitting down for some more awkward questions. I'm going to ask him some stuff that he's never answered on camera. Do you still feel the urge to push people?
You guys clown me for it, bro. I don't know.
When you come to my table, see this white table, we don't talk about advanced warfare here. And you're going to learn some things about him that you never knew. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe, and enjoy 20 questions with FaZe Blaziken. Who are your top 5 FaZe members of all time?
5?
Yeah.
Bro.
The issue with this question is the house had 6 or 7. But
I'm going to say Rain, you, Adapt.
you don't have to. Oh, you don't have to put me on the list.
No, I put
That's
you
what I
on the
told
list.
Tico too.
I'll tell you. I'm being
Okay,
serious.
okay.
I'm not, Rain is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. 2. You, 2. Who did I say was 2? I said Adapt was 2. Did I say you were 2?
I don't know. It's your list, buddy.
Who did I say?
Don't try to force me on the list now.
I think it was Adapt that I put next. I think, dude, especially what he did in high school, bro. I mean, I think that's just so impressive. I think when it comes down to being a FaZe member, it comes down to work ethic, and I look at the YouTube. Like, if you ask me trick shotters, completely different list than like if you ask me who's the best FaZe members or favorite FaZe members. So, Rain, Adapt, you or Adapt could be interchangeable, but like, I mean, and then Banks and Tommy. I mean, I don't know. There's so many good FaZe members, like, but it's like y'all were, the truth in my eyes, So it's like.
I respect
And
it.
Banks and Tommy, Banks I put above Tommy because he obviously like is Banks and like he helped me out with, I don't want Tommy to feel bad, but like I don't know. I feel like me and Tommy just never really like won. I mean, we were homies, but like he also didn't really do the YouTube stuff as much. I feel like you and me and Alex and Norden bonded, and I looked up to you guys so hard because of like your work ethic on YouTube and like how hard you grinded. It inspired me to go harder, It's like Banks and Tommy weren't really on like the YouTube grind, as much, but they're still dope, But if you ask me trick shotters, it's a completely different list. We got to throw like
Give us the
Linksy on
5.
there. We gotta
Give us
go,
the
like,
5 trick
Zymesy on
shotters real
there.
quick.
In FaZe though, right? FaZe trick shotters. Okay.
So you said Rain.
Zymesy, Rain, not in any order. Linksy. There's better trick shotters in FaZe, so it's like
Ramos.
yeah, I mean, if you're looking back at MW2, you can go
are on
Ramos. Like, well,
Prizzy.
you got to look at like Prizzy. That I don't really count the MW2 guys. It's not like my era. It's like that's a whole different era of FaZe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Well,
so-
Prizzy was on Black Ops 2 too, but I feel you. It's hard. I can never do these lists. So
Yes. Okay.
So I'm asking you.
Sure.
All right. Good.
Was that
list.
sufficient?
Sufficient.
Okay. All right.
What's a FaZe House secret that nobody knows?
I have such a bad memory, bro. There's a story that I've never told before that I think is really funny, but it's not really like that funny. It's kind of gross more than anything.
All right. You want to tell it?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Let's hear it. I mean, if it's that bad, maybe.
It's just fresh in my mind because I just talked to Norden about it the other day. We just had a combo about it. But there was one night where we were, so the way it came up is Norden doesn't forget. Norden doesn't forget anything. He remembers everything. And there was one night where me and Norden were sitting in Alex's bed in his little room on side, and we were watching like a movie or something. And like I used to have a habit of like picking my nose and like eating it too.
I mean, I know.
You know this,
I
you
lived
know
with
this,
you, but
But I was like,
to say it publicly is crazy.
I'm a real.
I know you are. I'm joking. I just was surprised to hear it. Go ahead.
And Rain,
Damn,
like I was doing it
always
next to Rain
fucking
and without
gross.
realizing
Hell no.
it.
So,
I mean,
I looked to my right
I've
and
never
he
done that.
was sitting at me looking complete, and he was so disgusted.
That's
so I think
so
that's just like a
funny.
funny story, I guess.
that
that
I
people-
could literally picture the whole scene.
Yes,
I can
exactly,
picture the whole
exactly.
scene
And
on
I
the
didn't
bed.
realize,
I can
like, I
picture
was
you doing it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen you do it. And that face you just made of Rain, I can picture him making that face 100%. Thank you for.
There's a million stories. My memory is just trash. so
Same.
it's-
So when I ask this, it's selfish because my memory is bad too. But it looks like I met my match with bad memories. So
there we go.
me and you both. All right. What's your worst financial decision?
Giving $150,000 cash to invest into.
Well, this is a reoccurring character on these videos. We're gonna blur his name as we did with Adapt because I don't want to get sued. But he named off.
I'm trying to think. Like I'm actually a financially responsible person.
He named off.
I don't make. Then I was like, oh, there is that one time I gave this random person 150K because
the old facey.
But I blame that one too. Like he was like tag teaming like in our house, like going into our rooms, like oh this is. I mean he didn't know any better, so it is. That's what it is. But
that's
it's
another blurred name. But hey man, I agree with you. That guy, I've never said
now
anything.
He's golfing with Nate every day. He's like,
I feel like he definitely finessed, not finessed,
of
but
course. All those but again, it's the business side. It's like you have to succeed in business. It's not easy to succeed in business and be like a straightforward person. You kind of have to be, and if you really are, you feed into that, you're gonna really succeed in business. So that's just the sad reality of it.
Yeah.
It's bro. Do you imagine even if we had just invested that money back then?
That's crazy.
Bro, imagine if we put it in Bitcoin.
I don't want to talk about Bitcoin. I've talked enough about this moronic Bitcoiner. About 5 Bitcoin for.
Bro, Bitcoin is the coolest thing in the world.
Okay, no, let's just move.
Bro,
on.
I'm not invested and I don't care about the scene,
No,
but
no,
just
I
how
know.
it was created.
I understand.
Bro,
I understand.
a year after the financial crisis by some random dude online on some forums.
Listen, you're getting too geeky for this.
Bro.
All I know is I tried to buy. Keemstar told me in 2014, 2013, buy Bitcoin. So I put $1,000 in for $200 of Bitcoin, 5 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
A week later, Coinbase said, "Sorry, your purchase got canceled," and they refunded me my Bitcoin.
Nice.
And I just said, "All right, this is some scam." I would have had 5 Bitcoin for $1,000. Let's move on to the next one before I smash this table in pieces. What's your biggest paycheck in one day?
That's great.
In one day? Like
Yeah.
personally or like business?
It's up to you. I want to hear both, maybe. But it's up to what you want to share.
I'll just go personal. I mean, I don't know, like a brand deal, bro. Like you make one video and you get paid
What's
like,
the biggest brand deal you did?
like 100,000. Probably like for one single thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done like during my streaming time, I had like a sponsorship with Acer, and Acer was a great sponsor, super dope. A company based out of Taiwan. They even flew me out. I got to do a commercial with them and stuff too. So that was like a long-term sponsorship that paid me more than that. But like if you're talking about a single video and like a single payment, probably around the 100K range, like plus or minus like 15. I don't remember what the exact number was. So
What about the business thing? What is that? What was that question even?
I've like helped other people make like doing in one weekend doing like $500,000 in sales.
Oh.
But that's not me by myself. And like if I went off of that sense, I would even talk about the FaZe stuff where we sold like the $1 million worth of champion merch in one single day. So like that
1 hour.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah. In an hour.
It's not like we got any of that, buddy.
Let's go.
Yeah. Some guys got made good money that weekend. Yeah, that was sick. Do you see yourself as a retired YouTuber or just taking a break?
Taking a break, for sure. I would never say that I'm retired from anything. I think I probably have said at some point, like, oh, I'm over this and I'm never going to do this again. But that's just not true. I mean, who knows? Like 5 years from now, YouTube could be completely different. I could have a new hyperfixation that really resonates with a lot of people. And I just, I think it'll always be an outlet for creativity. And I think I'll end up using it again in the future.
Cool. You make a very good video, so we'll be waiting for you.
I think like before I got kicked from FaZe, part of the reason I got kicked from FaZe is because I was making really low quality content. but
oh man.
But I appreciate you saying when I care about making videos, I make really good videos.
Yeah. Hey, we've all been there, so don't worry. What are your top 3 CODs?
Black Ops 2 is definitely number 1. MW2 is number 2.
Let me answer this. MW2 is before my time. I just heard it was so good, but I gotta say Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2. As a kid, I loved Call of Duty Ghost, bro. I don't know why. A lot of these guys say it's like one of the shittiest CODs, but I just loved it. It was so fun. Call of Duty Ghost and Black Ops 1. That's my time. But like now, Cold War would be 4 for me.
Doing Black Ops 1 is number 3.
I'm surprised you put MW2 up there. You didn't really play it.
Advanced Warfare and Modern Warfare 3 are like a close fourth. Like I couldn't pick between them, but those are like the 3.
No, I don't want to hear about Advanced Warfare.
I joined FaZe off Advanced Warfare.
When you come to my table, see this white table, we don't talk about Advanced Warfare here.
You have a very dwarfed opinion on Advanced Warfare, because the majority of Call of Duty players will agree that it was genuinely a fun COD and like
Advanced
a
Warfare
fresh.
Next question.
He's forced. It's so forced. It's like the whole Apex short thing. Like obviously he's not short. It's forced, but like it's not.
I just got you admitting that on camera. Wow, this is beautiful. All right, what's your worst fan experience? Now, there's a very famous video of a kid breaking into our backyard that you filmed.
I probably made like a couple $1,000 off that video. Shout out that kid.
Yeah. What was your worst experience?
Never had a bad fan experience.
Really?
Never had a bad.
Nothing bad ever?
Nope, never. Not one. I've had the worst quote unquote that you can say. It wasn't even like bad, but me and Alex were shopping at FaZe Adapt. We were shopping at the mall near where we were living, and we were in some department store, I just remember clothes being all around us. And this little kid comes up to us. He's a fan, and he just starts sobbing, crying, like uncontrollably. And now me and Alex are standing in front of this kid who's sobbing and crying, and everyone's looking at us like, what's going on over here? And we're like trying to calm it down. He's obviously just so excited that and like we can't find his mom. And so now we're with this crying kid and we're trying to help this kid find his mom. So that's as bad as it got. But I've never had like a fan be disrespectful or like, you know, all of our fans are dope, bro. And they're all like good people. It's just, because we're such good people, we attracted good people, you know? That's how it is. So, I mean, have you ever had a bad fan experience?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is like at like a funeral or something. Oh my God! In the middle of a funeral,
yeah. So, but it's not even like a bad.
No, that's a. I mean, yeah.
Like
I didn't have any like
situational.
Yeah,
it was bad, but like
no, I didn't have any like bad experiences, thankfully either. Some people have really bad ones, but
really,
I've asked every
like
guest.
Who's like a one example that stands
like Roman Atwood. I mean, they had like a stalker, you know, like a crazy stalker.
True.
People have some bad ones, but that's good. I'm glad you didn't. What about this? On the flip side, what's your favorite fan experience that you've had? It could be one guy. It could be a whole thing.
Honestly, bro, as much as it sucked, I really kind of liked the fans coming to the house. Like, it was weird. It was like the fact that we were like an attraction. Like, after a certain point, it really got like, this is too much. But I remember there was like a good sweet spot of like a couple weeks to a couple months where we were actually so excited to answer the door, to talk with them, to take pictures.
Brother, we gave a tour around the house.
Yes.
That's why it all started. The first kid came in, we're like, come on in. We gave him a tour. Rain made a vlog about it. And everyone was like, hold on, I want to get a tour and be on a vlog. And I agree that it was fun for a little bit.
Yes.
But then it got very
I don't know any other, like, there's random perks that come with like having an audience during that time that now is like living out in the real world. Like, we talked about it, like, I went to Universal the other week and like someone who was working there recognized me and was like, yo, do you want a fast pass? And like without paying, I had a couple of fast passes for me and like my whole crew. So it's like, you know, there's little things like that happen that are like, whoa, like it
is cool.
You know, but.
All right, cool. How about you? What is something that nobody knows about FaZe Blaze?
I absolutely love racing, and I'm the biggest Formula One fan that you will find on a day-to-day basis. You want to look at my screen time on how much I watch my F1 TV? It's ridiculous.
Well, we see your hoodie.
Okay, so this is weekly screen time for F1 TV. Look at how many hours that is. That's on an average
a day.
Yeah, that's an average daily amount that I watch.
No, it's not.
Bro, I swear to God, because I watch every race, every practice, and I watch every season on F1 TV. You can watch all the way back to the 60s, and I'll just be doing my work and I'll throw races on the side.
On your phone?
On my phone, on my computer, anywhere, bro.
6 hours. 6 hours a day of watching F1.
This dates back years too, bro. Like, this is not a new thing, bro. This is like
6 hours a day.
I wish I could show you my like yearly screen time.
That's looking
it'll corroborate. Go back as far as you possibly can on screen time. It'll show you every day. Like, my most used app is F1 TV.
That's reminded me of my TikTok hours a day. No, I'm kidding. Unfortunately, my TikTok is probably my F1 TV.
Why doesn't every sports league on the planet do what F1 does? They have an app with every single race, every single practice, every single post-game press conference. I'm like, bro, if I was an NBA fan or like an NFL fan, like, I would want that tomorrow, bro. Like,
F1 fan.
Yes.
All right. What was the hardest decision that you made in your life?
Probably not going to college and like pursuing YouTube.
Okay.
That was like probably like the one I had to think about the hardest and like felt could have been like a bad decision. Like, even like going back to what I said earlier of giving like X, Y, and Z 150K, like, you know, that's a bad decision for sure. But or like what was your question?
That was the hardest decision.
That was a hard decision to make too. But it's like it was different.
Yeah,
like, It's like that was I don't know.
Especially because you got into like really good colleges.
I had immigrant parents, and their whole thing was like, you need to go to college. Like, we moved here to the United States so that you can go to college.
And you got into two of the top colleges in California.
Yeah.
UCLA, UC Berkeley. So
I don't honestly, I may have been copping on Berkeley. I don't, but I know UCLA and UC Santa Cruz for a fact.
Okay.
For a fact,
well,
for
Berkeley.
A fact, for
okay.
a fact. I don't remember my memories.
That's fine.
I remember celebrating for UCLA.
Yeah.
I still have like the email or something, the letter or something that they sent me. My
Either
mom
way,
has
that's
it
big.
somewhere.
It's a big college, and to turn that down to go move to New York, again, for me, I did the same thing, but I took I told my mom, hey, Mom, I'll be back in a year for community college if it doesn't work.
Yes.
But you had an actual acceptance and
yes.
Yeah, so, okay. As a follow up, right? Maybe it goes with the last answer. But if it wasn't for YouTube and gaming, what would you be doing today?
Just sales. It's like what I do now. Some sort of salesman.
Salesman.
I think.
Listen, salesman, sell me some brand deals for this video. If you go back in time and relive one moment, what would it be?
Some moment to do with my girlfriend. Too many to count. Second would be any moment with you guys. If I had to pick like one moment from like the FaZe era of what I could go back to, there's a moment I remember distinctively where it was right before I moved into the New York FaZe house. It was at some COD event, and like you and me were in the back of a car. We were sitting in the back and we were just talking. I remember that whole day just being awesome. It was like right before I moved in, right as soon as I joined FaZe, like
In Columbus?
I don't remember what the event was, but I remember we were in a white car. The top was dropped. You and me were in the very back of the car.
Really?
And we were just talking about life. And like, I just remember that whole day being so awesome.
Texas.
Texas. Yes, it was Texas.
X Games. Oh my gosh. With Random.
I don't know if Random was there.
He was there.
He probably was there.
Austin, Texas. I remember that trip. Yeah, that
It was
a good
right
time.
before I moved into the FaZe house.
Yeah,
so.
that's dope. Those like simple moments
Yes,
are
simple moments,
even
simple
like the
moments,
ones that we miss the most, huh? Who's the most famous person in your phone?
Probably Rug. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, man, enough. Everyone answers Rug. Give me somebody else. Rug is the most famous.
Oh
probably.
no, I know. I definitely have way more famous. I
But
have
you've done a show where you
I don't know if you
interviewed.
want me to say their names though, because you're gonna bleep them out.
What kind of names are you gonna give me?
Well,
what this guy? What? I don't want these. Stop. Okay.
they're all. I guarantee you, they're all more famous than Rug
All right.
is.
Just give us a damn name. You have a show where you interviewed a bunch of
Yeah,
people.
but it's like Logic was like the biggest one on that. Soldier Boy we had on there, but it wasn't
Soulja
like
Boy.
it wasn't like anybody like crazy. Like I don't. And
FaZe Rug wins again.
FaZe arguments again. I mean, Kamaj.
I think Rug's more famous than Kamaj.
No, I know. I just saw his name. I was like, damn. I mean, besides Rug, I'd say Kevin De Bruyne. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
He follows me on Instagram too. Yeah, we went to like the Man City collab with. That's like always like whenever anybody asks me to, like it's the hardest flex on Instagram too. It's like look who follows. I don't even know if he remembers like giving me any of his info or following me. I never talked to him before, so I don't really know if you can consider it like a.
I'm sure he remembers that.
No, I mean I'm sure he remembers it.
Because that we did a collab with it. It was like a.
I'm not saying he doesn't remember that. I'm just saying I don't know if he remembers connecting with me like that.
He gave
know,
you his
like-
phone number.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I think he'll remember. But that's cool. That is, like, especially European viewers. They're gonna think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I always every couple of months I'll go to his like following and I'll see if he's still following. Because I'm a fan too. Like I told you, I love soccer, bro. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
he's KDB, bro. That's
Yeah.
the fucking.
What's your personal favorite moment at the New York house?
The one that sticks out is just the first day that I got there and just like meeting all of you guys. Norton having his log camera in my face for his second channel and like.
Yeah, I think on the podcast, your point about
did I
that,
say?
you said that you were a fan, like a big fan before you moved into the house.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is a business that you'd like to learn more about or invest in?
Ooh, I'm really interested in AI. I feel like everybody's interested in AI, but like if I had like someone who was like high up in the industry who was like, I'll take you under my wing and I'll tutor you, I would drop a lot of things in my life to pursue that. Like not just from a business perspective, because I think it's a good business thing to do, but I think it's just our whole world is transitioning into that. And I think the more tapped in you can be with it, the better. So
It's good advice for some people that are looking for something to focus on.
but
I
I,
don't
I
think
do a lot of my own research
AI
on
would
like
be a good
AI and like
thing at all.
all I use is ChatGPT and Grok, bro. You know Grok on Twitter?
Yeah.
Bro, it's the most amazing thing ever. You don't ever need to look up context on a tweet again. If you want a tweet explained, you just click on the tweet and you click on the Grok button. It tells you
Really?
everything. And whether it's true or not too. It's like there's so much propaganda. It's so easy to like sift through the propaganda.
I've never
now.
used it like that, but
Dude, it's amazing, bro. It's,
ChatGPT I use. I pay for the subscription. I think is great.
dude, it's all amazing. Midjourney, I can't tell you how much money I've made with Midjourney. I'm not even a graphic designer. They're like hitting me up to get graphics made. They think I'm some genius. I'm like, no, I'm just using an AI, bro. Like
What do you even use Midjourney for?
everything, bro. We just made a logo for another project that we're doing. We had to get a banner made for it, like a side little hustle company. And like I made the logo in ChatGPT in Midjourney. I made it, and it's like a super professional logo. Looks amazing. bro.
Really?
So it's like
I've tried that in the past.
okay. So I'm just
The reason I'm thinking about it is because I've tried Midjourney, but it wasn't good at like words and letters and.
they've improved it a lot.
Yeah, so I need to try it. Yeah. What is your favorite trick shot ever?
My Yemen 3-piece, baby. Top 3 trick shots ever hit on Black Ops 2. Are you with a wall, bro? Are you with a wall, dude? Like during the era of like
You said
know,
yours is one of the top 3 ever. I'm like, let's see.
definitely top 5. I personally think it's the 3rd greatest, but
That's kind of a big claim.
dispute it.
There's a lot of cool
Dispute
clips
it.
that.
Dispute it.
I mean, I don't know.
Situationally, that clip is, bro. I happened to spawn on that side of the map with 3 kills left. I killed 2 people. I turn around and someone randomly spawns there.
Okay, you're right, because it wasn't like a sniper lobby. Like
No, I was the first one to last.
yeah.
There was nobody else on last.
I think we both agree. Linksy's collat on Express is
Easily
the best clip ever.
easily the best clip. I mean,
That
especially kill cam. Like,
That one, well, I have my editor play that on the screen. Anybody who is like an OG Call of Duty trick shotter, but you've never seen that clip,
they were like hiding together,
brother.
right?
That's
they were,
like he didn't even know where they were, bro. He randomly trick shot and hit a collat for kill cam. That is the craziest shot ever. All right, what motivates you?
The people I love. You're a religious man, so you believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised religious, but I don't necessarily. Well, I believe in God and I believe in God's love, but I think it's shown through like love and like the people around you. So, like when I think of God, I think of love, and when I think of religion, I think of family. So when you ask me like what motivates me, my mom, my dad, my sister, my best friends, my business partner, my girlfriend. Every day I wake up, I think about those people. I go hard.
All right, I respect it. How has working out changed your life? Because as your friend, I've seen that it took you to a new level when you started working out.
Definitely.
You still can't beat me though in wrestling. But
Definitely not.
I love that story.
Let's try go running. Maybe not right now.
I
But
can't run.
I mean, I definitely can't
I
run.
might beat you in wrestling, but if we run for 2 minutes, I'm gonna be like on the sidewalk. So I'm good.
We used to do those arm wrestling videos.
Yeah, those are fun. But when you actually started working out, you started running like half marathons, maybe even marathon. I don't know. But
Yeah.
how has all of that and working out in general? You had your rip stages too. You're already still in pretty good shape. But how did that change your life?
I think exercise helps in too many ways to like explain in just a short segment, but I'll tie it back to you and your life, okay? You don't do a lot of exercise.
Thanks.
You
man.
don't have
Thanks, Blaze.
and
I know. I know.
And I feel like a lot of times you get overwhelmed with things, which is fine. Everybody gets overwhelmed with things. But if you start off your morning with an 8-mile run and a cold shower, or if you start off your morning, no, listen to me. I'm not saying you can do that tomorrow. You obviously need to work your way up to it.
I get it.
But my point is, if you start your day with something that difficult, or like squatting 200 pounds, or whatever, nothing else in your day is going to be as difficult.
I understand.
Nothing.
I understand.
Absolutely nothing.
It's a good point.
And the endorphins that you get from that help you conquer everything in your day.
It's a good point.
Everybody needs to exercise.
like that.
Everybody needs to get a treadmill. Go buy one on Facebook Marketplace. Throw it in your house. If you don't like running, incline walk. I can't even run these days anymore because I have sciatica in my back. It hurts to run. But I incline walk. I put the incline up to 12. I put the speed to 3, and I just walk for an hour, bro. That's all you need.
I could do that.
That's all you need.
I still need to take a few
bro.
breaks when I do that, but
That's fine. Start off with 20 minutes.
But why I said when you said that is because running an 8-mile run in the morning sounds like literally hellfire.
My roommate Evan does that every morning. Every morning.
Well, good for is
every
that the guy
morning.
that was
He wakes up.
Oh
and takes
no,
a,
Evan's like
Evan.
Evan's
But Tommy FaZe Temper is actually the one that got me to run a
Yeah,
marathon.
I remember
He
when
randomly said, "I'm running a marathon. You should do it with me." I said, "Bet."
I remember when you guys did. Did he run it?
Yeah, we ran past each other in the middle of the marathon.
That's
We were just
cool.
like, we didn't start it together, but like I'm just running and like I see Tommy. I'm like, yo, so it's like 2 hours into like a 5-hour run.
Yeah, that's
so it's like-
insane. I don't think I would ever be interested in doing something like that, but you never know. Do you still feel the urge to push people?
yeah, I push everybody. If you love somebody, you gotta push them. Push them to their greatest potential.
Can you explain what
I don't even know, bro.
what went through your
I
head
just-
when you said
I
that?
don't know. You guys clown me for it, bro. I don't know.
Why
I don't
did you
know what I
say,
said.
"Oh, I was gonna push you"? Just what was that about?
Don't push me. Wait,
Listen,
uneasy
man.
nowadays.
You are one
Drake,
of the
runs your
reasons.
boy, dab me up.
You're one of the reasons that I still get short jokes to this day.
Why
And I still
me?
get sick jokes till this day. So don't be awkward when I ask you about pushing. Why did you say
Being
it?
awkward. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. It's just something I said.
You
Why did
really-
you randomly decide to start smoking cigarettes,
Yeah,
bro?
all right, here we
Why
go
didn't you go
again.
past 6 feet, bro? You can't answer either.
You can't even push anyways. If you tried to push, you'd fall back. Okay, buddy?
That's true.
Don't make me take you to the FaZe House garage again.
That's my boy.
All right, last question. As you're
Oh,
smiling.
he's excited. He's ready to get the.
Last question as you're smiling and we're dapping up. Is FaZe Blaze or FaZe Blaziken? Did you get sued by Pokemon, by the way?
No, but I did get a cease and desist when I tried putting some stuff on merch, bro.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's a real. Wow. That wasn't even my question, but I see Blaze here. But I
I mean, it
call you
makes
Blaze and
sense.
Blaziken.
Nintendo are like the biggest, like they're the biggest IP warriors on the planet. Like you do anything with their IP, they're coming after you, bro.
Be careful, buddy. But is FaZe Blaze / Blaziken, don't sue us, Nintendo. Is FaZe Blaze happy?
Happier than I've ever been, brother. Are you happy?
I'm happy. I'm happy to be looking at your face right now. Can you? You're happier than you've ever been. You said.
Yes. Okay. Except for like when you're like a kid and you like don't even know what the world is.
Yeah.
You know. But like I'm glad I know. Even as bad as things are and like all the terrible corrupt experiences I've had, like I'm glad I have the knowledge. You know. But I'm just thankful that everybody I have in my life is still alive, bro. Like there's gonna be a time where people start falling left and right. I mean, my grandma died last year.
Oh, sorry.
So,
I hear that.
and my mom's mom, my mom's mom, and my dad's mom both died. So that's like those are the first like real people to like die close to me. So that really like not to end it on a morbid note. Sorry. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, your point was that you're happy.
Yes,
So
exactly. Yes,
anybody who has maybe been not too tapped in with you, I'm sure they're very happy to see you smiling so big. So, all right. Well, thank you for having me at your house. And this was fun.
Can I ask you? Has any of your 20 questions people asked you a question yet?
No, but you can ask me a question.
If you had infinite money in your bank account, what would your day tomorrow look like? If you woke up with infinite money in your bank account, run me through your day from start to finish. What would you do? And be honest with me.
Yeah.
If that says I'm not doing this podcast anymore, be honest with me. Like what happens? What happens in the first 24 hours? What are the thoughts that you have? You wake up in your bank account.
That's a big question. I mean, I know what I would do overall. I'm sure there's a lot of actions I would want to do. I'm sure I'd want to pay off houses for myself, my parents, stuff like that. But that's boring. The main thing I would do, this might be on pause, at least you could say. I don't know if I would. What I would probably because it's not because I wouldn't do it.
No, sure. This is a genuine passion of yours.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just saying, like, I was bringing it up as an example. Like,
No. But you're right, because if I didn't ever have to worry about making $1 again, I would move to a city called Medina.
Where is that?
In Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
It is the second most holy city for us, basically.
Okay.
And I would study all day there
Very cool.
for at least a few years.
Very cool.
That's what I think. If you really ask me that question, I think I would do that. Or at the very least, if I didn't move anywhere, I would pay off everything I need to pay off, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I would just study all day here. My religion, first and foremost, in Arabic. But like you mentioned, I'm very interested in learning. And I think in the future, I might want to do some sort of education, like a normal education as well, because I just want to learn. So.
Amazing. Do you use ChatGPT to like educate yourself, like to like look up things and like history and stuff?
No, I mean, not really. But I don't think ChatGPT should be a
no. I mean, like if you can meet with like someone who's obviously like really that's great. But
but that's what I would do. I think if you asked me that, that's probably what I would do.
Cool.
Thank you for having me. Love you. All right, guys.
Love you too, bro. Love you too.
Good video. They just seem like good guys. But if you guys enjoyed that video, like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep grinding, baby.